This week's Spoonflower Design Challenge was in partnership with East Fork Pottery. With a limited color palette, this was my fall-inspired design, but I thought it was so cute and loved it so much that I wanted to do a whole collection around it. But to further challenge myself, I decided to plan out the rest of my collection in 30 minutes or less. I did 9 more designs for a 10-pattern collection, including my original hero pattern, 2 blender or transitional patterns, and 6 filler or complementary pattern options that work well together or on their own, all while sticking to the limited 6-color palette. I ended up getting my whole plan done in 25 minutes, and spoilers, they all turned out super cute, or at least in my opinion. So stay tuned to see each pattern in the collection. To start off this Plan a Collection series, I thought I'd give you a quick walkthrough on my main hero pattern. Inspired by the changing colors of fall leaves and a little porcelain bird that always made appearances in and around the dining room of my grandmother's house as summer turned into fall, this pattern involved a lot of trial and error. I went into this design without a plan, but a strong idea of what I wanted it to look like. I wanted it to be cute and playful while utilizing East Fork's comforting colors and incorporating spots and stippling inspired by their stunning earthenware pieces. A lot of my process was just drawing and shading and moving different elements around until it felt right. Until I ended up with this, which I still wasn't happy with because I didn't like the background, so I changed it again to this, which I love so much more. This pattern makes me so happy and reminds me of autumn family dinners at my grandmother's and grandfather's. The rest of the collection delves into those cozy feelings, and I can't wait to show you. Design a Collection with Me, Part 3. For this collection, I started with the hero pattern that is also my entry to Spoonflower's East Fork Autumn Linens themed challenge this week. You can check out all of the entries on the Spoonflower website. To start off, I made 2 blender patterns by separating the 2 elements of the original hero pattern, the birds and the oak leaves. I wanted the bluebird design to have a big focus on this gorgeous blue color that East Fork provided, and did a simple bird line drawing that would connect to each other. Trying to get a cute bird shape to fit right in the slightly larger than 1/4 of the canvas took some effort and a lot of redrawing, but the final result is super cute little lovebird sort of design that really highlights, in my opinion, the 2 beautiful blue shades in this palette. The oak leaf wreath took even longer to get right. Using the same stippling shading brush that I used for my hero pattern, I made a bunch more oak leaf and acorn elements and arranged them into 2 wreath designs and then overlapped them. A lot of this process is just moving things around until it feels right, which can take a while, but then you end up with cool stuff like this. And I think it's worth it. The 7 filler patterns are next, so follow my page to see how this collection ends. Design a Collection with Me, Part 4. Filler patterns. So, not everyone would do this many fillers, but I wanted to provide options and also have a hard time making decisions, so here we are. My blender patterns had a big focus on form and color, so for the fillers I wanted to prioritize texture. One of the ones I wanted to work on first was this neutral tone terrazzo clay pattern, to pull in some of those earthenware elements again. I decided to use a technique I had seen others use of reusing elements in different places to hide the repeat. The idea is, if you use similar shapes and groups on the same canvas but in a slightly different orientation, it disguises where the repeat or the seam starts and ends, and can make it look a little bit more natural. I'm not sure if it worked, but I like how it turned out. Let me know what you think. For the 6 others, I had 3 main ideas: crosshatch, stripes, and scattered dots, that I wanted to offer in 2 different varieties, with each one having a more warm tone focus and one with a more cool tone focus, and with 2 different sizings. The crosshatch, the warm tone, was slightly more condensed, the cool tone stripes were thinner and closer together, and the warm tone confetti dots were smaller and a bit more sparse. If you want to get a closer look at this collection, you can check out my Spoonflower. The whole collection will be available for sale in a few weeks, but I've decided to offer it as an exclusive digital download on my Ko-fi for supporters. If you want early access, head over there and check it out. And there we have it. A 10 pattern collection all based around my East Fork Design Challenge entry. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.